Hey everybody, my name is Brian Barrett Butler, and this has been my life for the last year. May 1st, 2019, I left my home in a camper with my truck, and at that time, a significant other. We traveled up to the UP, through the main part of Michigan, all the way up to the Adirondacks, and into Maine. All of that took approximately about 5 months. And really it started by living out by Starved Rock, which is west of Illinois, southwest to be exact. We lived there for a whole month, kind of get the kinks out. We're still kind of close to home. We can figure out like if the truck breaks down or if the camper needs more repairs. We're not far from getting everything fixed that we need to get fixed. After that month, everything started to go pretty decently, and we trucked our way from basically central Illinois all the way to the top of the upper peninsula of Michigan, which is just north of Wisconsin, right on Lake Superior. When we got there, I felt like we were really doing it. Like we were living this life, we're living in a camper, traveling America, and here we are in the UP, like let the adventure begin. After we were done in the UP, which was the entire month of June, we ended up staying at a campground, which we've stayed at before. It's in Lexington, Michigan, literally on Lake Huron. So we went from one Great Lake to another, which is kind of cool. When we got done there, we made the very, very long trek to the Adirondacks, which is basically upstate New York. If you look up the Adirondacks on a map, it's just this giant green patch in the middle of New York, and it's just mountains after mountains after mountains, and it's beautiful out there. It's kind of like this scenery here, except these mountains are just a little bigger. We spent the whole month over there, staying at a super nice campground with really nice people, and probably one of the best little pizza shops in a super small town that you just never expect to be there, and all their food was delicious. The town was called Indian Lake, New York. Highly recommend you go to Indian Lake and just drive around everywhere. There's only a couple roads that go throughout the entire mountain range, so it's very secluded, it's very wildernessy. If you like that kind of stuff, it's fabulous. So that was the entire month of August, and got through that without a hitch until we got to Maine. And in Maine is where it got really expensive. Maine's super far away from everything. Like you see it on a map, you're like, oh, there's Maine, but until you start driving it, you're like, Maine's far. Super worth it though to hang out in Bar Harbor, eat fresh seafood, and see the national park there, Acadia, which is really, really nice. They have the highest summit there, Cadillac Mountain, and on the entire eastern seaboard. And I was lucky enough to be able to ride my bicycle from literally the sea, the Atlantic Ocean, all the way to the top of this thing, which is only about 1,500 feet of elevation, which in the grand scheme of things, if you cycle, it's really not a lot. Downhill was a lot of fun though. So we were only there for 2 weeks because of the place being so expensive, and to be honest, we were kind of running out of money. A lot of money was saved to live off of, and while we were living like that, we were building businesses, and I was getting my podcast editing business up and running. I was trying to acquire more clients, and I did. I had a decent amount to kind of keep me like even keel, with my bank account, and just had to be more disciplined and not go out and just buy chicken wings and pizza and other things, and try to like hit up a farmer's market and actually save money, eat healthy. The stress of all of that took a toll on the both of us. At the time, she recently graduated from a university in Lombard, where she became a naturopathic doctor. So you're talking like 8+ years of her life studying and doing schoolwork and all these things, and then all of a sudden, she had to go back home to Michigan, and we both kind of made an audible, and we're like, you know what, let's just do this life first, just because YOLO. I know everyone hates that word, but it's true. It's true. We're all going to die one day. Sometimes you just have to do these wacky things that don't make any sense. And you know what? Yeah, they're scary, but when it doesn't work out, it was really easy just to go back home, which is what we did. We both just kind of needed, like, we just had to really rethink ourselves in this grand scheme of things. She needed to figure out her career, being a doctor. I needed to figure out what I even want to do, what my why is, which I'm still figuring out. I don't even know what it is. All I know is I want to be in the mountains as much as I can and out here in nature where there's no cell service and I'm talking to this camera and there's no one around me. Like, I guess you can say this is my why, but I'm also learning that my why is to continue living like this, to hopefully inspire someone else who's just like sick and tired of their life and their job and just the normal bullshit that you have to go through. And I'm here to say, if I can do this, and I know this is cliche as fuck, but I'm a fucking idiot. Like, I barely got through school. I chose to be a mechanic. I made a lot of weird choices in my life. And it's not because I didn't have guidance or anything, but it was really because I was kind of left to just make my own choices. Which, in the grand scheme of things, I'm super thankful that, like, my family allowed me and supported me to do these crazy things that I do. And I like to joke around, and it might be kind of real, that I'm kind of like the black sheep of the family. I've always been the weird one. I was in high school, I was the goth kid with spikes in my hair and nails through my ears, and I was always like, fuck the man. I still am, but a little more subdued. And we all go through these weird phases. Everyone's different. I chose to do exact opposite of everyone else. And living this kind of life, you kind of have to do that. I live in a Honda Element around America now, which I'll get to the beginnings of that soon. You have to be a certain kind of person, or just fed up with how your life is going, to do something this drastic. Keyword drastic. It's not drastic. It's actually really easy. It sounds... You may not have heard that it's easy, but to be honest with you, once you kind of get your ducks in a row, which for me it took, when we initially left in the camper, it took maybe a solid year. It took a solid year to save money and just kind of get everything ready to launch. And each month that went by getting ready just really solidified, like, oh wow, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And to be honest, that part was the scariest. The scariest part was getting mentally ready to close my business that I created and was doing really, really well. And for once in my life, I was actually doing really, really well. But when I got to that top of that heap, still very unfulfilled. I was like, yeah, I got a sweet business. I got a couple cars to, like, I'm living that fucking American dream. I got a house. Everything's fucking golden. No, I didn't like it. I was not happy. And most people would be like, how the hell are you not happy with that? It's like, well, again, I'm different than everybody. Like, we're all different. Each of us are not the same as the other person. So I require a lot of stimulus, I guess. I get bored easily. Most things that excite people don't excite me. I need more. And even sometimes living like this is not even enough. Sometimes I literally find myself parked somewhere just kind of literally contemplating. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? But the beauty of it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. Because you're going to die one day. You're not going to be here anymore. You're going to be gone. I'm going to be gone. All this is going to stay here. But I'm going to be gone. And that's what scares me the most, is getting to a ripe old age, which I really hope that I'm able to achieve, which I'm sure I could, but we don't know that. There's no answer to it. There's uncertainty in it. You can only do as best as you can, second by second of your life. But by being out here doing the thing that I said I would do, and then I do it, has only accelerated my human experience. Internally and externally. Like, I've met a lot of cool people, and like I said in my previous video, I landed a videography job for 3 months, which was just like the universe literally threw me a bone. He's like, I fucking feel bad for you. Take this, please. And because of this, I'm getting paid enough to literally live off of this. For if I do it the right way, I can live for an entire year with the amount of money I am earning right now, which is, it's so liberating. It's liberating not having any bills, only having to pay for food, gas, and most of the time, like in areas like where I'm at now, this is public land, this is free camping. This is my home. This is where I can live. This is where I can park my car here and sleep comfortably without anyone bothering me. And it's a simpler way of life. It's almost like weirdly reverting back to the 1800s, except as I don't have a horse and buggy, I have a Honda Element. But it's the same principle, you know, like, head west. Just go west, see what happens. And it's just amazing where we live. It's amazing that we are able to have this country. And in unfortunate circumstances, though, I feel super bad for the Native Americans that had to suffer and give up their lands for this stuff. And it makes me really fucking sad. But at the same time, you know, I didn't have a say in it. This is where I was put. And I am grateful every single day to say that I live in America. You know, like, yeah, sure, coronavirus is happening and we're stuck at home and all these things, but god damn it, like, we have it too fucking good. We have it too fucking good. Right now, the shit we're going through, having to wait in line to get into Target and all this other bull crap. There's a lot of countries that A, don't even fucking have Targets and all this other shit that we have. But B, if they did, this is like their shit is different. Their rules are different than ours. We literally still have an insane amount of freedom. It's mind-blowing. So when I got home from Maine, which was like mid-September, kind of felt like I failed. You know, like all of my relationships have always failed, and to be completely honest, it was all my fault. You know, like, I'm gonna own that one, and it's fucking true. And it's because I never like gave myself a chance to experience life by myself. You know, like, this may sound fucked up, but like, I literally, in the last 3 months, and right now it's May 9, like, I truly really learned what empathy was. But like, coming back from all that and just like rethinking everything, like, I started making a lot of micro shifts in my mindset and perspective. I hung out at home for maybe September, October, November. So about 2.5 months I stayed around home just to kind of raise a little bit more money to kind of venture off on my own. I sold everything. I sold the camper. I sold my truck. I sold my extra car. I sold my bike trainer. Like, I sold things that I never thought I had to do, but I needed to do it to have money to continue living out of a car, you know, professionally homeless, as I like to call it, even though I have a home. I like to think I don't, though, because it challenges me a little bit more. Either way, December 1st, I re-left home and decided to kind of make my first stop, you know, going down to Florida, visit my grandparents, and spend Christmas week with them. And on my way down, you know, I went down to Shawnee National Forest, which is Southern Illinois is gorgeous. If you've never been to Southern Illinois, please go down there and go to Garden of the Gods. You'll thank me for sure. After that, I drove between the land between the lakes, which goes through Kentucky down towards Tennessee. Gorgeous, gorgeous area. Ended up in the Smokies. I chilled there for about a week, sleeping in a Walmart parking lot, and I think I spent 2 days at a $30 motel, which was actually amazing. It was called Bel Air. It was really cool. That was a good chance to take a shower and things like that, because you can't just shower in a car. So that's how I do it. You can ask me other questions later about how I did other things. After the Smokies, I started to continue my travels south towards Florida and ended up at my grandparents just in the nick of time for Christmas. So after Florida, I did a straight 13-hour drive to Houston, where I stayed with Cadillac and Kathy. Shout out. Met them in Marquette, Michigan, up in the UP, while we were living there in the camper. And because of certain circumstances, Cadillac was having some medical problems, and we helped him. We took him to the doctor, and we helped the guy out, possibly even saved his life. And we built this sweet little bond between each other. And he's originally from Houston. He's got that beautiful accent, and I called him up hey guys, guess where I'm at? And they're obviously more than welcome to stay at their house. And in true Cadillac fashion, he opens the door, hands me a beer, and it's yeah, dude, let's do this. So I got to spend a night there and hang out with him, which was really nice. From there, I went to Austin, Texas, and hung out with my buddy Eddie and his wife there. Shout out to y'all, which was a lot of fun. Fellow photographer. And I still have your spinny discs, Eddie, which is I practice, I still suck. It happens. And then I also had the distinct pleasure to hang out with my two best friends, Kyle and Dion. They came to where'd they land? They came from Illinois, and they flew to Dallas, and they drove all the way to basically San Antonio, where we hung out for an entire day, did the river walk, did the Alamo, and all the shit that you're supposed to do there. This is so much fun.
Oh my god.
Hey, Kyle.
What's up, Ross?
They're fast.
Yeah.
After that, we all went to Big Bend, and that's kind of truly where my Western journey kind of began. You started seeing the desert and mountains and cool shit. So, get there, spend New Year's there. Well, we get there, and we all kind of hang out, bullshit, blah, 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 blah. They had to leave the day before New Year's, I think. So, this was genuinely the first New Year's I spent by myself. In my car. I was asleep before midnight. I woke up to 2020 alone, but with this renewed sense of my soul was just reborn. It's here we go. And time's a fucking social construct. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Time's not fucking real. Time is made up. There's no time, but something came upon me, and it was just all right, bro, you're gonna do this shit by yourself. You're gonna travel around. You're gonna figure all this crap out. And I did. I woke up in Terlingua, did Big Bend for another, I think, a day. From there I had no rules. The only rules I had was I had to edit people's podcasts and ship them out to them, which luckily for me, I was able to do all of that within half of a day. And then I go do whatever I want to do for the rest of the time. I was a free range human, which was pretty awesome. So from that southern part of Texas, I moseyed my way up to the Guadalupe Mountains, which is a national park, and spent maybe, I can't even remember now. I think I spent think I spent a week there too. Camping was cheap at the national park, so I just stayed there, and I was able to go hiking every single day, and it was, you know, it was cool. From there, I worked my way up to New Mexico. Alamogordo, I was there for two weeks. I was there for like 15 days. I was there for a while. So from beginning of like June till about like June 18, I was in like South Central New Mexico by White Sands National Park. Super cool place. Looks like snow. It's so fucking crazy. But while being there, I told myself, all right, get yourself a new podcast client. Again, this story is in my last video, but I'm going to fucking tell you anyways. And I went on Upwork. I'm like, boom, new client. And in that conversation, I mentioned to them, like, hey, I do videography and photography, blah, 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 because they brought up a coursework that they wanted to get filmed. And we all vibed. We vibed super well. And they took a chance on me. They took a chance on a fucking dude who's just fucking figuring shit out with a fucking camera in his stupid car and a little bit of money. Just fucking literally figuring out life one day at a time. And I'm here to tell you, you're never going to figure it out. Like, you'll find a rhythm, but you're not going to figure that shit out. It's kind of fucked. Oh, I went to Havasu Lake? Man, I don't remember. Somewhere over there by the Vegas area on the California-Arizona border. Spent, I think, a week over there. And then I did 3 days in Vegas, which was cool. Because if you go on off time, this was already beginning of February. I got three nights at the Hara. It was like $100 or something. And they even upgraded me to like some like dope suite. And I was having a blast. I didn't even gamble. It was crazy. I just ate a lot of Chipotle. Either way, what did I do from there? Oh, fuck. I'm an idiot. I totally forgot. Like, I stayed with Katie and her family for like 2 weeks in Tucson, Arizona. Shout out to y'all. That was fun. Got to do a lot of cool shit. I made a new best friend. Shout out to Chris from Tennessee. What's up, dog? He brought me to this book convention. Everyone's all dressed all swanky in this really nice place. And, you know, I was like, oh, it's me full of book nerds and shit. We walk in, and he's like, here's food and here's free beer. So it's like, hey, don't tell me those two things, because I'm your fucking guy. One thing led to another, and we're like pretty trashed with a bunch of people in some random hotel room, and I end up stumbling to my car and pass out in the hotel parking lot and woke up just like, what? Like, what is my life? The fuck was that? Oh, geez, there's a ton of elk over here. You can hear their fucking shits. I thought it was a bear coming to attack me, but he can't because I'm the bear and whatever. So, yeah, Tucson was cool, and her and I went to, where the fuck did we go? Oh, we went to Tombstone and what the fuck is it called? Some other fucking place, Bisbee, whatever. That place where some comedian lives. And saw some cool shit there. Some like old mining towns. Super dope. From there, when I got done, my mom came in. She flew into Tucson and we went up to the Grand Canyon, Sedona, and did the vortexes and all the shit. After that is when I went to Lake Havasu. And then from there to Vegas. And then from Vegas through Death Valley all the way to the Whitney Portal, the highest spot in the lower 48, 14,565 feet. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'll put the correction right here, right above my palm. It's really hard to do this. I don't know how all these YouTubers do this shit. Did that, and it was closed. It was fucking closed because snow. And met two cool dudes who were also just fucking traveling around, and we all went on like this gnarly little hike through the Alabama hills. And after that, there really wasn't anywhere else to stay, so I literally just started driving north on the eastern side of the Sierras, which is fucking gorgeous, and stayed in Bishop for a night, hung out over there. So after that, I moseyed my way up to Bend, Oregon, where I ran into my buddy Sage, who basically you meet all these people on Instagram, and then eventually you're just like, hey, we're friends, let's fucking hang out. And he has an Element too, so we're just like two Element dudes just chilling, drinking coffee. Spent a full day with him. Met up with his girlfriend later in the day, which she's freaking awesome. They got the coolest dog. If you ever Google how a mule deer like runs, it kind of like does this weird prance thing. That's how that dog moved. It was cool. So after Ben, I went to Portland to stay with my friends Scott and Mackenzie and their little dog Indy. Cutest fucking dog in the world. I'll put it right here. Bam! And after I was there for, how long was I there for? Like 5 days or something. And now we're getting like closer to like the beginning of May, or not May, what the fuck am I talking about? March. And it was basically just like a 3-hour ride from Portland to Yakima. This literally could not have worked out any better. And it freaks me out because the way life works is this, and then this, and then this, and then this. The ebbs and flows of life. Right now I'm flowing, and when I'm done here, I don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of cool and kind of scary, but I feel like I've gained enough experience in this whole year of just nomading around that I know everything's going to be okay. So basically, I wanted to just do this video just to talk and just get it out of me, you know, like May 1st forever will be a big day for me. It was the day that I chose to not follow society's rules. Something I've always rebelled against, something I always didn't want, things I never wanted to conform to regular societal life, you know, like go to school, go to college, get married, have a kid, all before you're 30. Next thing you know, you fucking hate your life. And it's true. It's true. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the old me talking. The new me talking, it's not true. It's not true. You make these decisions. If you made the decision to do really good in high school, go to a really good college, get a sweet job at a corporation, marry your high school sweetheart, and have 3 kids and a fucking house in the suburbs of Chicago, dude, you fucking made it. Like, if you guys are all like happy, you fucking did it. And that's fucking cool. And if that's what you're all about, dude, I am more than fucking happy for you. But for those of you who also like to go against the grain, fucking go do it. Go do the thing that is irking you. Go do the thing that is literally pulling you away. You know, like, find your way magnetically. Just let whatever is pulling you, let it pull you. Just let it go. Just go with the flow. Nature takes the path of least resistance. That doesn't mean be fucking lazy. It means really just like, all right, like, I don't want to do this thing right now. Then don't do it. I want to go do that. Go do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I understand there's responsibilities, and then there's fucking off. There is like a fine balance, but you control the responsibilities. If you're sick and tired of fucking paying bills, stop buying shit. If you're tired of sitting in traffic and whatnot, find a better way to work. Find a different way to work. Leave a little earlier. Make it fun. Go through the neighborhood. Go a route you never went before. There's no better time than now to do what you want to do. I want you to do what you want to do. I know it's easy for me to say, you know, because I'm doing what I want to do, and I know it's hard, and I know you're probably like, how the fuck am I going to do that? I have a mortgage, I have this, I have that. No. Dude, like, there's an answer for all of it. There's a way out of all of it. And no one showed me how to do this. You know, my whole fucking life, I literally was learning how to do shit on my own. Like, I learned how to fix cars by myself, by fixing my own car, and then just going to places where people fix cars and be like, hey, can I work here so I can learn how to fucking fix cars? And that's what I did. And then a decade later, I'm a master mechanic. Cool. Same thing with audio engineering. Started playing guitar when I was a young teenager, and then I got into bands, and then from bands I'm like, oh, how do I do this recording thing? Learned how to record I just figured out how to record music, figured out the tools that I needed and things I did, and next thing you know, I recorded over 65 bands, all within like 6 years maybe, or no, started in like 2008, and I ended in like 2018, so like a decade of that too, just figuring shit out. Like, no one's gonna just keep handing you things. No one's gonna give you the answer. The real answer is you need to figure that fucking shit out on your own. Yeah, we have the internet. Yeah, we have YouTube. But you know what? All that is literally just an eighth of what the true thing is of the whole deal. Like, you can look up van life. How the fuck do I van life? You're gonna get an eighth of the information that from those people. You'll get the rest when you start doing the thing. When you start doing anything, you start opening up new doors, new answers start popping, like, oh, this is how I do this. Oh, this is how public land works. Oh, I can park here. Oh, I can't park there. Oh, I can go brush my teeth here. Oh, I can use this bathroom here. You start learning all these things. But you're not just learning how to live on the road. You're developing really crucial life skills. And you're forced to problem solve. You're forced to adapt to your new surrounding. You're forced to do things that you've never done before. And within that, you start fucking learning. Shit that a book or YouTube will never ever show you or teach you, because they are on their own path. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of give everyone just a little something, you know, like, it's fucking weird that it's been a year. You know, it's been 365 days, 52 weeks, 12 fucking months, you know, like, it's so fucking crazy. Ugh. Oh, I cut my own hair today. I think I did. I kind of fucked it up, but I don't know if I can cut hair. But you know what? I fucking tried, and I fucking cut my own fucking hair. And you know what? That empowers you. That makes you feel fucking good inside to do some shit like that. And it also feels really good to selflessly help other people. Something that I never really did. I'd kind of just like step on people just to make myself feel better, because I didn't have self-esteem, you know. But again, doing this, making yourself uncomfortable, making yourself scared, pushing the boundaries, it literally makes you fucking stronger. Do I still have insecurities and shit like that? Oh, fucking course. I'm going to the rest of my entire life. You know, like, is my ego diminished? Fuck no, I still have an ego. Like, you just become more aware of all of these things, and you become more mindful of the things you do. You know, like I literally before I do almost anything, I sit with myself for 5 minutes and I go over everything about it. Why am I doing this? Should I be doing this? How should I do it? How long should I do it? When I should do it? All of it. And I feel like you need to do that with a lot of things. You know, if you just go blindly walking through Target and just, you know, like, oh, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. Next thing you know, you go home, you're like, why the fuck did I buy all this shit? You know, you just gotta be mindful. And it sounds fucking mindful, man, but like, dude, like, it's just better. It's a better way of living, to be mindful of everything that you're doing. Because now you're truly in the moment. You're thinking of the moment, you're in the moment, you're doing the moment, you're doing the thing. Back to the time thing. There's no such thing as time. There is no time. I think the Ethiopian calendar, they're still in 2013, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at the Mayans. Way off. Like, and we just fixed our fucking clocks to what we have now, our calendar, the Gregorian calendar, only happened in the mid-1700s. The mid-1700s. Shit's not real. So, I don't know what I was getting at. And I'm staring at the sunset, which is glorious. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Yeah. Boom. Like, guys, this is what it is about. So check it out. I am here for you. I am here for you. If you have a question, please fucking ask me. I'll leave all my shit's gonna be in the description of this YouTube video. My Instagram, both my Instagrams, my travel one, my wildlife one, and other shit. Find me on any of them. Shoot me a DM. Whatever. If you have my number, fucking call me. If you're fucking lost, if you don't know what's going on, you can't figure out your why, all this shit, fucking call me, text me, hit me up. Let's have a conversation, and let's talk it out. Because that's how you figure this shit out. These folks that I'm staying with, that's all we do. We talk about our feelings. We're honest. We're transparent. We're accountable with our actions. And these are beautiful fucking principles to live by. Because everything becomes so much easier when you tell people how you really feel. Instead of being a flaky fuck and being like, oh no, I'm busy today. And like, no, you're not fucking busy. You just don't want to hang out with them. Tell them that. Be like, no, I don't want to hang out today. I want to go home and be alone. Say that instead, and they're probably like, oh, all right, cool. They're not going to fucking care. And you know what? If their feelings get fucking hurt, then they're selfish little assholes, and they need to figure their own shit out. You don't need to be around that. Still waiting for, like, a fucking bear to come out of the woods and eat me. Oh, shit, what was that? Sorry, I got a little crazy there. I'm so passionate about this now. Now that I've kind of, like, unlocked this little, this new level of my brain that I didn't know even existed or was there or was obtainable. It's just so freeing. It's so awesome feeling. It's really nice having a fresh perspective on life. And I wish I can take what I'm feeling and give it to you. So you can just feel it for a little bit. And maybe it's cool or maybe it's not. It doesn't matter. Like, you're your own person. Again, I'm going to end it here. I want to help you. If you need help, if you want to talk about anything, fucking hit me up. If you want to do the van life, holler at your boy. If you want, just doesn't even matter. You don't have to do fucking van life. You don't have to go travel through Europe. It could be fucking anything. It could be anything. You need to talk to people. You need to talk to people who've been there, done that kind of thing. And that's what I'm learning. You need to constantly reach out to people who've done it, who have more experience, who know more than you. Not saying I know more than you, but those are the kind of people that you should, like, look for. And again, the folks I'm staying with, they've done a lot more work than I have, mentally and spiritually. And I'm learning things from them, and that's really cool. And then we pass this down. This is how human beings have been doing this for 200,000 years. This skin, this body, this hair, these teeth, all of it. This is all 200,000 years old. But guess what? Our fucking brains? Our brains are millions. Our thoughts, it took millions of years for us to get to where we're at now mentally. You know, and yeah, millions of years ago, modern humans didn't exist. Homo erectus didn't exist. None of those. This planet was literally ruled by apes. But one of those apes decided, yo, fuck this tree. We're headed north. You know, and that sparks fear and anxiety, and you know, they were probably depressed because they weren't at their homes. Like, all these things were created so far in the past. And we are the accumulation of all of that. And I think it's our responsibility in life to be born and to try and find this inner peace in each and every one of us, and then share it with other people to continue spreading this message of peace, and dare I say it, for the people who really fucking know me, dare I say it, love. Like, it sounds so fucking crazy that I'm saying this, but this is how far I've come. Literally, peace and love fucking fix everything. It fixes everything. I can't believe I'm saying this right now. And I feel so good inside. But with those two ingredients, Those two ingredients make you human.